In a time long past, in a village nestled between lush green hills and flowing rivers, there lived a man named Jide. Jide was known throughout the village for his cunning ways and sharp tongue. He was not a farmer nor a craftsman, but a thief who roamed the night, stealing from those who worked hard to earn their keep. The villagers whispered tales of his misdeeds, but fear kept them from confronting him. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Jide set his sights on the home of the village elder, a wise man named Obinna. Obinna was known for his generosity and kindness, always sharing his harvest with those in need. Jide, however, saw only the glimmer of gold coins and the fine fabrics that adorned the elder's home. As night fell, Jide crept silently through the shadows, his heart racing with excitement. He reached the elder's home and slipped inside, his eyes gleaming with greed. He filled his sack with gold coins, fine fabrics, and even a few precious heirlooms. Just as he was about to leave, he heard a soft voice. "Jide, why do you steal from those who have nothing but kindness to offer?" It was the spirit of the elder, appearing before him in a shimmering light. Jide, taken aback, stammered, I need this to survive. The world is harsh, and I must take what I can." The spirit shook his head, sadness in his eyes. "You may take what you wish, but remember, grass does not grow on the nose of a thief. Your actions will lead you to a life devoid of peace and prosperity." Jide laughed, dismissing the spirit's words. "What do you know of my life? I will have riches beyond measure." With that, he fled the elder's home, unaware of the consequences that awaited him. Days turned into weeks, and Jide reveled in his newfound wealth. He bought fine clothes, feasted on lavish meals, and entertained himself with the pleasures of life. Yet as time passed, he began to notice something strange. The more he indulged, the more restless he became. Sleep eluded him, and shadows danced in the corners of his mind. One night, as he lay in bed, he heard a soft rustling outside his window. He peered out to see a figure lurking in the darkness. Panic gripped him as he realized it was a group of villagers, armed with torches and pitchforks, seeking justice for the thefts that had plagued their homes. Jide's heart raced. He quickly gathered his belongings and fled into the night, but the villagers were relentless. They chased him through the forest, their shouts echoing in the stillness. In his haste, Jide stumbled and fell, his sack of stolen goods spilling onto the ground. As he scrambled to gather his treasures, he felt a sharp pain in his side. He looked down to see a thorny bush had caught him, its thorns piercing his skin. In that moment, he understood the meaning of the elder's words. The grass of peace and prosperity had withered away, leaving only thorns of regret and fear. Desperate, Jide ran deeper into the forest, but the shadows seemed to close in around him. He could hear the whispers of the villagers, their voices mingling with the rustling leaves. "The thief! The thief!" they cried, their anger palpable. Finally, Jide found himself at the edge of a cliff, the dark abyss below calling to him. He turned to face the villagers who had caught up with him. Their faces were filled with rage, but also a hint of pity. "Jide," Obinna's spirit appeared once more. "You have chosen a path of dishonor. The riches you sought have brought you nothing but despair. You cannot escape the consequences of your actions." With tears streaming down his face, Jide fell to his knees. "Please forgive me. I was blinded by greed. I see now that I have lost everything." The villagers, seeing his genuine remorse, lowered their weapons. Obina's spirit smiled gently. "Redemption is possible, Jide. You must return what you have taken and seek to make amends. Only then will the grass of peace grow once more." With newfound determination, Jide stood up. He returned to the village, where he faced the elders and the villagers he had wronged. He returned every stolen item, offering heartfelt apologies to each person he had harmed. The villagers, witnessing his sincerity, began to forgive him. As time passed, Jide worked tirelessly to rebuild the trust he had shattered. He helped the farmers in their fields, assisted the craftsmen in their workshops, and shared his knowledge with the youth of the village. Slowly but surely, the grass began to grow again, not just on the land, but in the hearts of the villagers. Years later, Jide became a respected member of the community. He often shared the tale of his past, warning others of the dangers of greed and dishonesty. The proverb, "Grass does not grow on the nose of a thief," became a guiding principle in the village, reminding everyone that true wealth comes from honesty, hard work, and the bonds of community. Welcome back to Tales of Wisdom. Today we explored the story of Jide, a thief who learned the hard way that dishonesty leads to a life devoid of peace and prosperity. The Nigerian proverb, "Grass does not grow on the nose of a thief," teaches us that unethical actions have consequences. Jide's journey from greed to redemption reminds us that true wealth lies in honesty, community, and the relationships we build. So, let us strive to cultivate the grass of peace and prosperity in our lives, for it is through integrity that we find true fulfillment. And so, the tale of Jide serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of honesty and the consequences of our actions.